And our last and final main topic today is it's game week. It's time. It's here. It's upon us. I was telling Shane, like, I had so much other things I wanted to talk about. I wanted to talk about the James Cameron Avatar thing. We'll do that tomorrow. I wanted to talk about Barbarian, our thoughts on Barbarian. We'll do that tomorrow. Because really what I want to talk about is what we're all excited for on Monday, this Monday afternoon, this Monday morning, this whole Monday. We're all excited for the buzz that we are in the week that Wakanda Forever is upon us. So we will get to see the movie this week. This Thursday, I will see the movie at 2 p.m., guys. And I will immediately, as always, do an out of the theater review so you guys can get my quick, short, spoiler-free thoughts on what I think of Black Panther, Wakanda Forever. But yeah, so I'm super stoked, man. I have all my white stuff. I am ready. I have an all white on white Wakanda Forever t-shirt. I have white Wakanda shorts because I wanted to do, white shorts. I wanted to do pants, but I figured it was going to get hot in that theater with all of us crying and bunched up in there. So I decided to go white shorts. I have my chains out. I have everything ready. I'm so ready for this movie, and I'm so excited. I will take a box of tissues with me, and I will be prepared to cry my eyes out for probably most of the movie. But my thoughts on it, Shane, are if to do it right, you give us the funeral like right in the beginning. Like just the movie opens with them like having his funeral. So that way immediately you're hit with that impact of grief and that like
I think that's what we're all thinking anyway. So I think it would be, in their best interest to start off with that. I agree.
Mm-hmm. And I think that they will. And I think that'll set the tone, like I always said with Infinity War, how that beginning thing with Thanos killing everybody and whooping Hulk up really set the tone for that movie, and that's why I loved it. I think this is going to really set the tone for this movie. Like I said, it's going to let us know, hey, get ready. You're in for a lot of this. Plus, I think it gets it out of the way too, right? So we can later on, 2 hours later in the movie, have Namor fighting people, and we kind of not feel like we're still crying, right? So it makes sense to get it out of the way early. Yeah, I'm super excited to see what everyone has to say about this movie. I'm sure. The thing is like we were talking about again, rolling from the last topic was, this thing's got to make money, man. This thing's got to be successful, and if it's not, it's going to be, like I said, coming into 2023. Well, we'll still have Avatar to hopefully make some money, but coming into 2023, it's going to be a real down year for the theaters if this movie isn't able to pull in some box office dollars. That being said, the first Black Panther movie made, I believe, $1.4 billion, which was a ton of money and nobody expected. Shane, it was one of those movies that you hardly ever see this for. But when it opening weekend, the second weekend, you know how it usually drops 50%?
Yeah, 1.3 billion.
There you go. But you know how usually it drops?
Certainly.
Yeah, it actually had went up.
There we go.
Word of mouth was so big on it. It really is one of the movies that really got me into the MCU. I remember when that movie ended, and then there was that ending post-credit scene with Boseman announcing to the world that Wakanda is Wakanda, and that it will be here for aid, and it will be a part of the world to bring us all closer together. I remember literally everyone in my theater standing up and giving a round of applause ovation. It gave me goosebumps, and I remember it was really in that moment that I thought, wow, movie theater experiences are so unique, and they're so once in a lifetime, and you just never know what you're gonna get, right? I could have been in a theater where no one said nothing or did anything. It happens all the time. But yeah, coincidentally, I was in a movie that was so good that it had powerfully moved everyone in the theater so much that we all got up and gave a standing ovation to people that weren't even there. So yeah, I have high hopes for this movie. I have expectations that it's not only going to be good, but Unlike Black Adam, I think this is going to tear the box office up. I think that people want to go out and see this, like me and Shane were saying earlier. If it isn't just that they want to see Black Panther 2 or, what's going on with the MCU side of it, like who's going to be new Black Panther, who is it in the suit. And if they don't want to see that, they at least want to go to kind of finally close this chapter in their hearts of Chadwick passing away and us losing the character of T'Challa. So we have this kind of all together, when we're all going to be there together experiencing this. And I think that it's going to be a lot of fun, and I think a lot of people are excited for it, and I know I am. Shane, tell me, what do you think, man? Are you excited for this?
I am. Just it's been built up for so much, but also you can see the excitement. The first thing I noticed was last week was the first week in November, and how many streaming services were offering Chadwick Boseman films. So I've been going back. I just saw Get On Up. That was incredible. And I saw they had a couple others that I hadn't seen before that I'll have to check out. Marshall I haven't seen, and then I think one called Draft Day that I hadn't seen. So it's just kind of cool that you can tell people are excited about this. They want to remember Chadwick Boseman, very talented actor who passed way too soon. As soon as he's just starting to come into his own. We get 5 years of that, and then tragically it's just taken from us. And like I said previously, we haven't experienced something like that before, to where it affects an entire industry. Marvel, MCU.
And the biggest films at the biggest film industry of the time, especially when it happened. Like when he passed away, it was like at the height of the not only the movie going experience, but Marvel.
Well, not only in terms of money, but Black Panther was the first Marvel movie to bring prestige to the Marvel brand.
Got nominated for an Academy Award.
So they didn't have that type of cachet before, and now it's like, oh man, they just lost one of their most talented actors who brought them that. So I agree. I think everyone's super excited for multiple reasons. It's going to be absolutely cathartic. I think we all need this. Definitely go with your family and loved ones, and bring some tissues, because I think it's going to be a hard experience. And I think that bringing Namor, I'd like to know if Namor was present in the original Black Panther 2, pre-Boseman's death, because he's such a tragic, sympathetic character anyway, that bringing him into this Wakanda Forever, I really think that's going to up the stakes as well, because he has a lot that he's fighting for. He's fighting for his people. So it's something that people coming out of Black Panther can understand. It's like, oh, but we just saw a whole film about fighting for your people that are marginalized and that are overlooked. And that's exactly what Namor does as well. So bringing that to this table when we're also mourning Black Panther Chadwick's death, that's tough. So they're obviously they're pulling off the kid gloves. I don't, you're over there going, I think they'll give us time to process, and then they'll get into the. I don't think so. I think the whole movie is just going to be.
I got a bad feeling that it's going to be a lot of grief, a lot of heavy,
too.
a real heavy feeling to the whole thing.
I think so too, because Namor is a really heavy character, and I think he's more of an anti-hero than a villain. So him being the villain in this, I don't think it's going to be a straightforward, I'm here to conquer, and I'm going to feel better when they defeat Namor. I don't think we're going to have those feelings. I think we're going to be torn.
Which is interesting, because in the first Black Panther, we had that same kind of feeling when they killed Killmonger. Was that like, oh wait, you killed the good guy? Wait, because he's bad, but he's not. Bad.
He's like Magneto. You understand where he's coming from. Even though he's not doing
the right way. He's not on the right path, but
his message is still.
Right. Exactly. And I mean, even and those make the greatest kind of villains, right?
Agree.
I mean, even Thanos kind of had that in a way of,
very tragic backstory.
I'm not picking who to kill. I'm not saying, hey, that dude dies. It's random, bro. Anybody could die. It could be you. It could be. But we need this in order to better the the universe, because people are starving and there's not enough food, and so it makes you want to sympathize with him, and it makes it so much.
Complex villains are definitely the best villains.
Yes,
and when they're forced, it comes off like Age of Ultron. And then when they're natural, like, Deathmonger or Killmonger or Namor, they're perfect because you do sympathize with them and you do understand their motives, and they're not just some crazy person that's killing a bunch of people.
Right. Yeah, and that changes everything when they're not a crazy person just trying to kill a bunch of people. But yeah, I'm super excited. Like I said, I will be there Thursday. I will be there this Thursday, and I will be there bright-eyed and bushy-tailed and my all white, ready to stain it up with tears. Hopefully they got some sort of cocktail for sure for Wakanda Forever, because I'm going to need something to loosen me up for all this heavy grief that I'm going to have to deal with. And then they got the popcorn buckets, right? The little statue glowing popcorn buckets. I'll for sure have to get one of those to show off on the channel here. But yeah, with that being said, guys, that is our final main topic today.